It's finally happening, everybody. It's my casual with Mel of Wooly
Hi,
Hermit.
everybody.
Mel's here.
Hi.
Mel's here. Yay! Yay! Okay,
My first live, and my bed is still clean. Yay!
Excellent. And thank you, everyone, for joining. And if you're watching the playback, thank you. I believe the notice has popped, so this is wonderful. And Mel and I, we've had this arranged for a little over 6 weeks, about something like that.
Yeah.
And we were, well, and I first saw you in chats, and then I found your channel, and you do storytelling with the tarot, and I love that, everybody. Don't you love that? Okay, so we'll see. I'm terribly excited. So everybody, take a sip. Okay. What kind of tea did you make, by the way?
Me?
Mm-hmm.
I'm just having, this is Twinings, Earl Grey.
Nice. Very nice. So, okay. So, let's say hi to some people. Tarot Stash is here. Be warned, Mel, he will give you a hard time.
Took me a while. You caught me there. Okay, I'm nervous. I forgot that Tarot Stash is you. Oh my gosh.
Ange is here. Hello, Ange.
Hi, Ange.
Susie Gemini will watch this back. Happy holidays and New Year. Thank you, Susie.
Hi, Susie.
Oop. Tangi is here. Roman Biscotti.
Hi, Tangi.
Shameless plug. Tangi is going to be on my channel tomorrow at 4 o'clock, and we're going to be doing oracle readings using these decks. We're going to be doing readings together, so everybody cool. Like and subscribe. So I pulled them out so I didn't forget.
I don't have any of those decks. That looks cool.
So it should be fun. So see, and Tangi's like, hello, Mel. So, and Nancy is here, Crohn's Intuition.
Hi, Nancy.
And Patrice is here.
Hi,
I'm
Patrice.
so looking forward to this. See, people are excited to get to know you.
Wow.
So, and yeah, I mean, Mel's like, why would people want to get to know me? Because you're so nice in chat. You're absolutely fabulous. Kim, Moon Whisperer, is here. Hello. Pepper Jackie is here. Hello. And Deanne, Blue Crescent Tarot. Look, there you go.
Hi, everybody.
Patrice,
where am I supposed to be looking? Wow.
Can you see it where you are right now? Do you see underneath me? It says Patrice right there?
Yeah.
Okay. And that's because when I'm in StreamYard, I'm actually clicking on something and saving it. And the lovely Ange has put the link to Mel's channel in there.
Oh, thank you.
By the way, everybody, in the description below is Mel's channel and her video, her link for Tarot for Creative Writings, my 4 principal guidelines. If you are not have not subscribed to Mel, do so right now. We'll wait. Go ahead.
I want to add a guideline. I want to make it 5 guidelines.
Okay. So everybody needs to like and subscribe to Mel's channel, right? The Wooly Hermit, because it's awesome. Ooh, you're gonna add a 5th one. Ooh. Right here, people. You're going to hear it. Don't tell us yet. It'll be a surprise. It'll be a surprise. Pepper Jackie is here. Mel is a wonderful storyteller. I know. It's
I
just
think I suck.
me.
There are so many people better than I am. I think I stink at it, but I have
Nope.
fun doing it. So
Well, and I think that's one of the things that's wonderful is you have fun doing it, and that's what we enjoy. That's what I enjoy. So you can put all of that doubt in the corner, put it in the timeout on the naughty step. Zane is here. Hello, Zane.
hi, Zane.
Nancy at Crohn's
Thank you,
Intuition.
Nancy. That's sweet.
Great.
Thank you.
Sadhana is here. Hello, Sadhana.
Hi,
Thank you.
Sadhana.
Oh, I'm so glad the family is still with you. And I have not watched the video, but I know that you postponed
Excuse
something
me.
because everybody was around doing crafting and stuff like that. That sounds like so much fun. It's a wonderful thing. So even Deanne says we love Mel. And look, even Ange says Mel is such a beautiful soul. By the way, if you haven't figured it out, I'm going to be heaping praise on you this whole video. So, tell me to stop, and I probably won't. So, oh, look, Stephen Palmer is here. Hello, Stephen.
Hi, Stephen.
Oh, and look, Sadhana said I'll be popping in and out. So nice to see your face, Mel.
Yeah, I have a face. I do. I try to hide it. I do try to hide it.
Yeah. And you know what? And actually, didn't I say if you just want, I mean, we could just have you do your hands and do that. I am perfectly happy to do that. I'm just excited that, first of all, I'm your first live.
I'm exposed now, so what difference does it make?
I have another notch in my Tarot Stash YouTube universe. So, but I'm just so happy. And Mel's channel link for those may not have who have missed it earlier. Mel, we love you. You inspire me. You can own it now.
Wow, thank you. Wow.
And Mel, if Patrice says it, it's true. Didn't you know that? I mean, it's like, yes, Mel has a lot
I'll
to
have
offer.
to start telling more stories again on my channel then. I'll have to relax 20 yards.
Boom. Oh, look. Aw, thank you, Steven. Steven is subbed to Mel's channel and thumbs up the like.
Oh, thank
You're
you. Thank you.
So, oh, Isabel is here. Hello, Isabel. Lovely
Hi,
to see
Isabel.
you. Yeah. So, and actually, Ange, I actually think on the Hermit Mage, you were on my live for when we were doing, I think we were doing tarot writing prompts, weren't we, Ange? I mean, I have made that video private because it just didn't go anywhere. I mean, well, it went into a dark and dingy place. It was a little scary. Do you remember that? So, thank you, Patrice. And, okay. So, now here's something that I don't think Mel realizes, but there is something special that's going on, and you may not realize this. Are you ready? Okay. It is, and let's see, where is it? Where is it? It is actually today is Mel's 1-year channelversary as the Wooly Hermit. Did you know that? Did you know that? She's speechless now.
Yeah, because
Yeah. It's your 1-year anniversary, and you decided to share it with me. So I have a little cookie with a candle on it. So blow the candle out. Blow the candle out, Mel. There you go.
Is it a trick candle?
It is not.
Oh,
I'm not going to do that trick candle stuff for you.
okay.
So, and so see, there you go. Happy channelversary, anniversary,
Thank you.
Mel. 1 year. So, and so Wooly Hermit. I saw that and I'm like, I wonder if this person is a knitter. And you are a knitter, and you knit that beautiful scarf around your neck, didn't you?
Oh, thank you. Yeah. Yeah, I've always got a shawl going on because especially well in the winter, my ears and my neck are always cold. And
Yeah.
this just does the trick.
Yep. Oh yeah. And is it a nice long triangular one? Don't take it off.
Hmm.
But yeah.
Yeah,
So
one of the asymmetrical ones.
uh-huh. Sheila Inquisitive Tarot is here. Hello, Sheila.
Hi,
And
Sheila.
please meet Mel, the Wooly Hermit.
All right.
So there's Mel. And we were just celebrating her channelversary, which is today. And I did not realize that, Mel, when I scheduled you on for my live. That and but I was doing my reconnaissance. Is that the right word? I was doing my research.
Well, I
So
started YouTube way, way back with
right.
knitting, but it just, I don't know, it didn't go anywhere.
Yeah.
And then I took a break for a while. And then after the COVID hit and my brother died, I really brought my tarots back out again and really got back into it again.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah. Sharon Sipe is here, and Sheila says congratulations on your channelversary.
thank
And
you.
this is something that Mel and I also have in common. I have a knitting YouTube channel that I don't promote on here, but I used to do a lot of videos with knitting. So I would show different projects and different yarn and talk about classes that I was teaching and stuff like that. So how long have you been knitting?
Since I was 12,
Okay, so
on and off, on
on
and
and
off.
off, sure.
Yeah,
So for about 30 years.
yeah.
So you're just about 40, right? I'm older than you, right? Lie to me. Tell me I'm older than you.
No. I cannot lie. I cannot lie. I am older. I'm older than all of you, probably.
Oh gosh. So one of the things that when you watch Mel's live, I'm going to heap praise in your general direction again, so be careful. Is when you were doing your readings, I really like the prayer that you do, and the instruction you give your cards. You know
Oh,
that
you have to talk to your cards.
yeah.
Your cards, they're people to me. They're my friends, you know? I
Mm-hmm.
mean, and when I'm asking a question, how is the card going to know unless I put it in the energy and then when I'm shuffling and here's what uh, thank you. Okay.
I really like that, and I like it so much that I'm like going, and Mel doesn't want to give it away, so y'all have to go over to her channel and watch. Yeah, it's like I love when she says, "Please be clear when cutting the deck." It's like, boom. So
I've always done that. I've always done that. It's just, yeah,
yeah.
yeah.
Well, so how long? I mean, share a little bit about your tarot journey before we get into this lovely tarot and creative writing and storytelling.
Okay. 7th grade. What are we,
Okay.
12? I think we're 12. I got my first tarot deck.
Ooh.
And I saved up my allowance and I bought it. And I had to hide it because my mother was a real devout Christian.
Mm-hmm.
And I knew she wouldn't go for that. So I had to hide it. And I'd play with the cards. And, all they gave you back then was that little white pamphlet, which
Yep.
hardly tells you anything.
Right.
But I got the hang of the majors pretty quick. I understood that. But when I would ask a question and pull a card and get a minor, it's like, what are you talking about? I don't get it. How do they fit? I didn't
Mm-hmm.
understand how they went together.
Mm-hmm.
And of all places, I was in my English class and I hated English. I hated English class.
Uh-huh.
I saw no use for it.
Okay.
I could talk, I could write, I could spell, I had vocabulary. What do I need an English class for? And what do I care if it's a noun or a verb or a predicate or a subject? What do I care? Right?
Uh-huh.
Well, then
Uh-huh.
I realized, well, I have to care because I have to pass this class.
Yes.
Yes. So I don't know. One day it hit me when I was looking at the cards. It's like, okay, here's my noun. This is my verb. Oh, now I got a sentence.
Yep.
Cool. Now I got a sentence. And
Uh-huh.
then I'd take that a little further and it would expand the sentence.
Uh-huh.
And then I'd get like a biggie card again, like the tower. Now that's an exclamation point.
Right. Right.
So okay, I need a new sentence. And it just went from storytelling there.
Uh-huh.
And I had a lot of fun with that. And I learned a lot too, because 9 times out of 10, those stories you're telling, there's a life lesson there.
Yeah. And that's a very intuitive way to read, and really looking at the pictures, and you've given it a beautiful structure, which we'll talk about in a few minutes.
Well, it
And
helped me too to learn the little nuances of each card.
yeah,
One card can have several different meanings, and
yes,
it really helped teach me that.
yeah, you heard it here first, people. One card can have several different meanings. And I learned about that when I took the Read With Me class with Sadhana, Integrative Healing with Sadhana. I never really looked at the images of the card,
Hmm.
because I sort of did the, okay, what's the traditional meaning, and memorize. But boy, it really opens things up when you, let's look at the cards and see what they're telling me. So okay, I'm gonna pull up a couple of chats. Patrice is like, Mel is authentic. I so appreciate that about you, Mel. Um,
Thank
and then
you.
and then authentic indeed. That's what attracts me to all of your channels. Thank you, Mel. Um, Sheila was sharing that she was reading for my Catholic mother on Christmas Day,
Oh,
and they loved the winter wait.
oh.
So, and mom's totally cool with it. Yeah, I love it. Life lessons with Mel. There you go. She is, isn't she? Yeah. Candy is here. Hello, Candy.
Hi, Candy.
Candy, this is Mel. Mel, this is Candy. So, Sheila pairs the meaning with the images and the question that is being asked. And it is such a lovely blend. It really adds an incredible layer, doesn't it, to the readings and the subtleties, as you said. So, but okay. So, in the description below, because you've all subscribed to Mel's channel, right? The Wooly Hermit, or Wooly Hermit, right? You did that. Um, yeah, okay. Candy's like, I know Mel, of course. Candy knows most everyone, She's lovely. So, but while let me make something disappear. Okay. Okay, so you have a video that you did, which is linked below, and it's um, because you use storytelling with your tarot, right?
Yeah.
And which is one of the reasons that I fell in love with your channel. Um, and there are 4 principal guidelines that you have, and you're adding one, and this is an exclusive, people. You heard it here first.
Hmm.
Do you want to give your 5th one at the end, or do you want to stick it in after I do the first one? The one
I
about,
want to stick it in first.
okay, I'm
Yeah.
writing this down. Everybody, please take note of this. Go ahead.
First, just relax and have fun with it. Use your imagination and let it fly, and you'll have a ball.
Mm-hmm. Okay, you heard it here. Relax, have fun, and use your imagination. I love that. And, and I'll be honest with you, Mel, that takes some practice to do.
Yes, it does.
First of all, to relax. What
Yeah.
do you do? Let me ask you this. This is what do you do to help you relax before you start reading?
Shuffle.
Yeah.
Shuffling the cards really relaxes me. Deep breathing.
Yeah.
And I try to just purposely push all of my stress and aggravation out of my head and think of something positive.
Okay. And
So,
and sometimes I imagine if you're anything like me, sometimes it can be hard to find that one positive thing.
oh yeah.
And I'm okay with it being a small positive thing, like I have a cup of coffee, and that's the only good thing that I know in the world right now. So,
Yeah.
but that's really, really beautiful. Debbie Aquarius Owl is here. Hello,
Hi,
Debbie.
Debbie.
This is Mel. Ron Unconditional Love Tarot is here, and shameless plug. Next Tuesday, a week from tomorrow, Ron is going to be on with me, and we're going to do a casual so we can all get to know Ron.
Cool. Hi, Ron.
Yeah. So Isabel went by. Bye, Isabel.
Oh, I see Ginger's here too. Hi, Ginger.
I'm looking forward to having Ron on, and okay. Let me get caught up.
I'm struggling watching that chat, so please,
You
I
can
hope I
ignore
don't offend anyone.
you can ignore it. It's my job to keep up with chat,
Okay.
and it's okay. So you can just ignore it, and you just shuffling is so relaxing. I love it. And actually, somebody introduced me, and I don't know who it was. Is it somebody in chat? Somebody actually finds putting the deck in order or resetting a deck really very relaxing. I don't know if that was I can't remember who said that. There's Ginger Faye. I love how she has her priorities right. She said, "Hello, Mel. Hey, Joe." I mean, we got to do this. So, okay, and lots of people. Oh my gosh, I'm so glad you're all here. And by the way, and everybody remember, this is Wooly Hermit's first year channelversary, actually today. So, Debbie did another Barnes and Noble run. Got Beneath the Moon to work with my Tarot of the Divine.
Barnes and Noble, that's my favorite store.
Yeah. Well, and Debbie found the oh my gosh, the Shadowland Oracle, Shadowland Lenormand, half
Wow.
price there, like 50% off.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. Look, Ron, people are excited. A Ron casual. So, and did I see Sandra walk in? Sandra? Sorry. Okay. All right. So I'm getting distracted. Happy birthday anniversary, Mel. I love how straight up you are. It's always so interesting to watch and listen to you.
Well,
And
thank you.
yes. And I actually there's a few people who I would just watch anything they put up. Like Sandra from the Whispering Well. She has a lovely voice. Totally ASMR. Candy is the same way. And you are also in that mix because you have such a great voice. So,
Well, thank you.
so yeah. Okay. So we got the creative writing, and the first key thing is to relax and have fun and use your imagination.
Yeah.
Right.
Yep.
And so the next one is this is really two. Majors, when you're reading them, majors are proper nouns or punctuation. Say a little bit more about that.
I'm drawing a blank. I don't know what to say. I mean, when you're reading the cards, when you're reading them, it'll just make sense as you're going along.
Yeah.
Um,
And I think you also talked about, sorry, didn't mean to like short circuit you. And this
no,
is where I have my little cheat sheet. This is where you take a sip, and then
take a
you
deep breath
laugh
here too.
at me, and then you breathe. So, and you can you can put on that fake smile if you want. See, there you go. She just did that. So,
I'm gonna shuffle some cards here while we talk too.
okay. I love it. Mel is accepting and owning compliments. Yay. Robin, Toadstool Tarot is here, and Robin is also a good storyteller. And on the Hermit Mage, when I was doing hashtag tarot writing prompts, Robin was one of the people who did a lot of those. So,
Okay.
and so it was really, really wonderful. Thank you, Sharon. Yes. Okay. Oh, interesting. Love learning these Mel principles. So when you look at it, you're just laying cards out until after you've mixed them up, you have in your mind what you want to understand or the reading. Okay, sometimes it's for a reading, but then sometimes it's just because you want to tell stories, right?
Yeah. When I was a kid, I had nobody to read for. And a lot of times I didn't even have a question. I didn't really know how to articulate what was even bothering me or anything.
Mm-hmm.
And
It was
I needed a friend. I needed a friend and I needed somebody to talk to. So I talked to my cards and they started just telling me this story. It kind of evolved in time.
right. So the majors are proper nouns or proper nouns or specific people, right?
Yeah, but specific people are a proper noun.
Yes. Duh. Did you see that, everybody? She just put me in my place.
I'm sorry.
Good one, Mel. No, that is fully endorsed. That is perfect. That is perfect. And their punctuation, like you were talking about, when the tower showed up, that's an exclamation point.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely. And
Yeah.
to me, the devil card, that's a question mark without problem.
Oh, okay.
Without problem.
Mm-hmm.
And usually the judgment card, that's the question mark upside down because there's no question anymore. There's a proclamation going on there. There's a statement being
Very
made.
nice. Very nice. Very nice. So I want to move on to principle 3, which is actually the second one, is odd number minors are actions and verbs.
Mm-hmm.
And so, okay. Mel, I love that. The tarot really is sitting down and talking to a friend. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Decks are friends. Yep. Stephen has a great question for you. Is what kind of decks do you enjoy, Mel?
It depends what I'm doing.
Okay.
If I just want a friend, I pick up a fun deck. And this deck I'm shuffling right now is the Little Prince. Whoops.
Okay. Uh-huh.
This is my grandson.
Aw.
This makes me think of my grandson.
Uh-huh.
And I bought this deck years ago. Where is it? The unicorn deck?
Uh-huh.
My granddaughter loves unicorns. And there's unicorns on every card on this deck.
I love that.
If I'm doing serious work, I'll get more into like the Tarot of the Abyss. I have
Mm-hmm.
not tried to tell a story with that one yet. I
Okay.
don't know if I could. That deck I do, that deck I use for personal work.
Right.
So
So it's a personal story that you're telling yourself. And I also think
sometimes,
that fables, fairy tales, folk tales, and fables are actually helping us understand life lessons. So you could use that to tell a story to help you understand something. So,
sometimes when I'm really troubled with some things too, and I don't know how to articulate it, I'll use a deck of cards and I'll get a story going, and it ends up being like, at that time, it might not make a lot of sense,
uh-huh.
but maybe in a week or two, that's the message I need to hear. And it comes out kind of like a parable. Does that make
Yeah,
sense?
it makes perfect sense.
Okay.
That makes perfect sense. Deanne said, sounds very much like my tarot coming of age story. I was laying out a grand tableau sorts of spreads, just making a
Yeah.
map and paths.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, wow. Thanks, Deanne. I never thought to do it with the Lenormand,
Oh, yeah.
but yeah.
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 And with Lenormand, it's very specific. Whereas, in the Lenormand, I took a Lenormand class, the Truth and Story with Kelly, the Truth and Story, and Lenormand is different than tarot, where the coffin is the coffin is the coffin. But I also think it can add an interesting. It can weave in differently. Sorry, that
Mhm.
was me rambling.
No,
See,
that's fine.
so. Um, can I ask Mel if she records her stories down that evolve from this way um, of approaching the tarot? Do you record your stories? Do you basically make a video of them? Do you write them down?
Now I do. I
Okay.
didn't when I was a kid. I do now. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Because yeah.
And I do it on video now too.
Mm-hmm.
So I have a private list that I save that's all private videos that I don't want to share with the public of
Mm-hmm.
different readings that have been personal to me that I want to keep. Yeah.
Yeah. And I think and I was on with Richie with things I wish I knew now or knew then when I started tarot.
Yeah.
I wish I had actually took notes and wrote down all of my spreads, because if I were to have done that, I mean, I would have a huge number of stories that I could write. So I started it with tarot years before I knew what Lenormand was. Then I found Lenormand. I was like, oh. So Ishi is here. Hello, Ishi.
Hi,
Mel,
Ishi.
Mel, Ishi. And Tony is here too, by the way. Tony popped in.
Hi, Tony.
So, yeah. Candy said, what a great idea of a private list of videos. Literally never thought of that as a perpetual oversharer. But I actually have some videos that are private because, well, I'll just share. Sometime when I've been talking, I had that aha moment, and that aha moment was just it was a little too vulnerable for me. So I thought I want to honor myself and keep it so that I can look back at it later.
Yeah.
And I didn't want to discard it because it's so very important. So
When you look back on the readings too, you can oftentimes glean a lot of information that
yes.
totally flew by you when you're actually doing the reading.
Yeah. Yeah.
So,
Yeah, and that's where I think it's so important as for those of us who read tarot, is to have some form of documentation of them.
mhm.
But also, this is where I will lack, is I won't go back and look at the readings. That's where I fail. That's where I'm not as successful as I would like to be. go, okay, that's what that card meant to me in this spread with those other
Mhm.
cards. But now that I've been through that moment, what it's a learning process. It's like, I don't want to it's like scoring my work. If I were
Mhm.
teaching myself, if I were my own teacher and I want to be encouraging, I'd look back at it and go, okay, yes, you're right, and do that, and also this, and also this, and also this. So okay, so ramble. If Mel is available, is willing to answer questions. So thank you for asking the questions. Okay, so the now fifth prompt is, okay, so we've had majors or proper nouns or punctuation. That's 1 and 2. Odd number minors are action and verbs. And even number minors are nouns, adjectives, or adverbs.
Mhm.
Everybody got that written down?
Generally,
Yeah.
there's
Generally,
always
I mean,
exceptions.
yeah,
Yeah, there's always exceptions.
of course, of course. And I'm going to do something. I'm actually going to write something down too. Talk amongst yourselves. Um, Nancy is enjoying this chat so much. Majors are. Uh, Ginger said, I need to record verbal my readings. Sometimes the depth gets lost in translation and journaling.
Yeah,
Yeah, true. Yeah.
yeah.
Um, so, okay. So, um, odd. Okay. Because I'm writing this down because, um, minors are actions, verbs, because we're going to try this. We're going to tell a story between the two of us. And so nouns, adjectives, adverbs. Okay. And by the way, and Mel, you probably are aware that there are a number of books out there about using tarot for writing, for tarot writing prompts, or there's Corinne Kenner has a book, I believe, that's about using tarot to help you tell your story. But this is a great way to do it as you spread stuff out. I think it's wonderful. Has anybody else told stories like this using tarot? I think it's wonderful. So, okay. So, what other thoughts do you have on this? Tony said it is good to have recordings, especially when the messages come from source, just to be able to remember what came through.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sometimes my best readings are totally impromptu, and I've got the reading all out, and it's like, oh my God, I gotta grab my phone. I gotta get this.
Yeah. Patrice said, this is so rich. I will be watching this back so I don't miss anything. I'm listening closely. And I think it's one of those things that I think storytelling itself is so very important. I mean, it has always been for us. And it's this time of the year in my practice. This is in an agrarian culture, agrarian society. This is the time when the family would be sitting around the fireplace, staying warm and telling the stories, and telling each other stories. So it's wonderful to be able to do this. I actually challenge everyone, if you are a content creator, perhaps you shoot a video using these principles and link it in the comments below after you have subscribed to Wooly Hermit. So, because I would love to see how that goes. Ginger says, I have gone through the whole deck to tell my story. It was fun. Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
cool. I have not gotten through a whole deck yet. I have not.
Really? Okay.
Yeah. I've mixed 2 decks and gone through half of that, so maybe that could be a deck, but I've never gone through one whole tarot deck.
Right. And it's like was said before, Stephen was asking you what kind of decks you like. And I would think the deck that you choose to tell your story also has a bend to it, because it's like picking a deck if you want to do a reading. What sort of deck do I need for this reading? Is it
If
one
I
that
want a mystery, I like the Edgar Allan Poe tarot. That is great to get a mystery going.
I like that.
Yeah.
I like that. Do you have others that you like to use for specific things? I love that. The Edgar
The
Allan Poe.
Everyday Witch always it gives me the vibe of like what's that movie Sandra Bullock did with Nicole Kidman? It makes me think of I don't know. I don't know.
Are you talking the witchy one?
Yeah.
Magic?
What was that one she did?
Practical Magic?
Yeah. Okay. I kind of get that vibe out of the Everyday Witch, and it makes it fun to tell a story with that. The Dark Mansion is a fun deck too.
Yes.
But I'm not real crazy about the Dark Mansion cardstock.
Oh, yeah.
Let's see, what other ones? The Robin Wood tells a great story, and it kind of passes time. It can go in the old days, or it can kind of be up to date on the new days. You know, I enjoy that. Morgan Greer too.
Okay.
I have a lot of different decks I like to use. And a lot of times when I buy a new deck, you know, I've heard of people doing the deck interviews. I'll just shuffle and shuffle and shuffle. And while I'm shuffling, I ask the deck, what kind of story are you going to tell me? What kind of story do you tell me? What do you want to tell me? And then depending on the story, that'll tell me if I like the deck. It'll tell me if it's got a sense of humor. It'll tell me if it's got a dry sense of humor. It tells me a lot about the deck. I really enjoy telling stories to getting to know my deck.
I love that, Mel. That's really inspired because it's the same thing as doing it's the same thing as doing an interview spread, but this is like, okay, when you meet somebody and you're talking to them and you're listening, because then we really understand their history and how they view the world, and I really appreciate that. Ooh, I like that. Ooh, Mel taught me this. So okay, so a couple of people. Deanne said, I do some storytelling type readings in that many times for clients I offer blind readings, no question. And then I read the cards in sequence. This is happening. Then expect this, then this, and so on and so forth. I don't usually use the cards solely for storytelling without a reading. But, you know, I think that could be interesting. By the way, I might need to get another deck just for storytelling. There you go. Hashtag Mel made me do it. Sylvia's Vision said, I had decks and oracle cards. They got old and didn't resonate. I got the basic Rider Waite deck, yet waiting for the new decks and oracle decks to come to me and manifesting those. I think it's one of those things. You could use oracle decks for this as well, for your storytelling.
Have you seen my video where I'll take a deck and I'll take another deck? I shuffle them together
Ooh.
and they have their conversation.
I'm going to embiggen you like that.
Yeah, and then they have a conversation.
No.
That's fun too.
Oh.
Yeah, I have a lot of fun with that too. So these are my two grandkids and they get fighting. Oh, I can have fun with this one tonight. Yeah, I'll have fun with that tonight.
Wow. Zane says I'll definitely be stealing that idea, the one about having the deck tell you a story instead of just doing an interview spread.
Yeah.
And it's like Tony said, never interview decks either. I wrote a spread down from Chris to use and plan to work through each deck with it. It never happened. Yeah, I love the idea of a variety of decks having conversations. So, yeah.
These are my friends. These are my buddies. So
Yes.
I have to have fun with them too. It's not always serious.
Yes. And you're on the other side now.
Oh.
So, yeah. So this is lovely. Do people have other questions for Mel? If you do, please put them in chat so that I can watch for them. And then, do you want to actually do some practice and maybe do some readings together?
Sure.
Okay. So, speaking of which, by the way, this is the Tildwick Tarot. And if anybody has a copy of the Tildwick that they are wanting to rehome, please consider rehoming it to Mel, contacting Mel. And because you really want a copy of this one. Doesn't matter if it's first or second edition, right?
Doesn't matter. I wanted that deck the day I saw it. And I was so disappointed when I learned that the deck that I just bought is a counterfeit.
Oh, that's horrible.
That made me mad.
Yeah.
So I want the original.
And I think this is one of those decks when you look at it, it really has a sense of place. You could use this deck to really to feel like you're in a particular place.
Yeah.
Jamie from Wandering Mountain and Bardic Path, got me involved. It got me to like this one, and it really is. You definitely have a sense of place. So, okay. Amy asks, hi, if odd number minors are actions and verbs, what do you consider even number? And the even number minors are nouns, adjectives, or adverbs.
Mm-hmm.
So, and so we were just going to practice and just see what sort of a story that we could come up with, just the two of us. By the way, Mel, if anybody has a copy of the Tildwick and they want to get it to you, how do they contact you?
Wooly Hermit at Yahoo. Yeah. Wooly Hermit at yahoo.com.
Okay. So if you have a legit copy of this, so let's do that. What deck are you using? Because I'm trying to figure out what deck I should pull out.
Me right now?
Yeah. Which deck do you want to do story?
I'm going to do this little mix I got going here.
Ooh, okay.
I got the Unicorn Tarot and the Little Prince.
Okay.
My grandkids.
Okay. So how about we just have you start? I'm going to embiggen you while I'm on the side like this. And then if you want
pressure's on, huh?
Well, pressure's on, and I'll be the peanut gallery, and you can just show us how this works. So,
okay. Well, this is my grandson, so he's going to start us off. My light is terrible here. He's got the 7 of Cups. He's got some choices to make.
Uh-huh.
I wonder what choice he's going to make.
Okay. That was 7 of Cups.
Yeah, the next card. I'm having a hard time reading these.
Uh-oh, I put pressure on Mel.
Oh, the 9 of Swords. 9 of Swords. He's fighting with somebody. Huh. I'll bet it's his sister.
Yeah.
Yep, it is his sister. There's the family card. It's his sister. He's fighting with his sister.
Uh-huh.
And my next card is Strength.
Okay.
Strength.
Mhm.
They're having a power struggle.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, they're fighting. They're fighting. They're having a power struggle. But now that's probably a period. So it's probably a new sentence coming.
Okay.
So I'm just going to start a new line of cards.
Excellent. Okay.
And Adam is still saying through the 7 of Swords that he's angry with his sister.
Okay.
He's angry with her. They're fighting about something, but what are they fighting about? And this is still Adam talking because it's still his deck. And it's the 4 of Wands.
Uh-huh.
They're fighting over something they're building. Maybe they're, I'll bet his sister knocked over all his Legos he was making. There you go.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, that's what sisters do, isn't it?
Especially mine.
So that's how I get going. And, well, I got 2 more cards from Adam. I've got, the Lover's card. I think that should be reversed. He's mad at his sister. That should be reversed.
Uh-huh.
And the Knight of Cups. He's trying to be the good big brother, but that sister sure makes that hard.
Right.
And now she's going to respond.
I love this. This is like a soap opera, isn't it? It's like, oh my gosh, what's going to happen? What's going to happen? So.
She's responding with the 7 of Pentacles. She purposely aggravates him. She works at that. She's a good sister. She's always aggravating him.
Uh-huh.
So
who's the older, the boy or the girl?
The boy.
Okay. Uh-huh.
And the little girl is the princess in the family.
Uh-huh.
You know how that goes.
Yes. Yeah. Joey Luna is here. Hello, Joey.
Hi, Joey.
And making dinner. And and Ack is right. As the card turns. I love that. I love that. It is like a soap opera. So I know. I mean, Patrice is right. The way Mel tells stories pulls me in. It's like, yeah. It's like you could do story time.
At this. There are so many people better than I am. I just relax. I have fun. I want to get to know my decks, and that's what I do.
All right. You put that thought about you into timeout, young lady. You don't stink at this. How many of us in the chat appreciate and like it?
Well, thank you. Thank you.
Don't make me get my fan out. I mean, because I totally will. I mean, I'll get my tiny hands out too.
I got to make me one of those fans. I love the sound when you open it up.
Oh, yeah, the thwarp. So let me ask you this, as you know, and I encourage people to make a video of this and to actually, continue it. It's like, yeah, see, you're great, Mel, with all respect. See?
Gerald, I put this challenge up every time I told a story, and no one responded.
Really?
Now, was it because I was just a new channel then? I don't know. But I got no response from it, so I stopped doing it. But if I'm getting this kind of response, I'm going back to it.
People You have to like, subscribe, and comment, and make your own videos, and to make Mel understand that she's appreciated. People, do it. So I've caught a few of Mel's stories. If you're having fun, the light shines through. It draws people in. Yes, it
Thank you.
does.
Thank you,
Yes, it
Ishi.
does.
Thank you.
So, but I think,
Yeah, that's right. Nancy did it. Nancy was the only one that did it. And she admitted to me later she had a lot of fun doing it too.
yeah, and it is fun, and that's the thing. It's just like, yeah, okay. And Deanne said, just takes a while to get all the tarot tube things. Keep going, Mel. And Patrice is supporting me. Mel, you are so good. I am mesmerized. I agree with Gerald. You have to stop telling yourself that you suck at it. No way. We love your storytelling, Mel.
Thank you,
So,
Patrice. Thank you.
and look, very informative. Oh, and I love this hashtag. Hashtag storytime with Mel. Storytime with Mel. And okay. I love that. Here you go. It exists. It exists. Look, see? Story time with Mel. It exists. Could
I
somebody
kind of
put
like as the card turns.
Mel's channel is Wooly Hermit, and if somebody could link, it's in the description below. But I also like to shout out Mel's 7 Deadly Sins video.
Oh, thank you. Thanks, Deanne. That was a fun tag to do.
I don't think I've seen yours yet. I'm late to this 7 Deadly Sins, but I'm going to be doing one of those sometime in January with Jen and Jamie.
Mm.
So yeah, more story time with Mel, partnerships with oh, there you go. You know, yes, story time with Mel. Big love. Big love. You know, there you go. It's like a fun tag.
All right. I will do that. Next time I
Yeah.
do a story, I'll hashtag story time with Mel.
Yeah,
Okay.
and you can actually go back in your videos and add tags. And then
Oh, okay.
you can create a playlist on YouTube as well.
Okay.
So for somebody like Joey Luna who's cooking dinner or
Mhm.
preparing food, I wash dishes and cook with YouTube up. But if
Uh-huh.
somebody has a like a, you know, story
One of
time.
the first stories I told, it was with the Everyday Witch, and I think it was Robin Wood. Or
Yeah.
was it Morgan Greer? And they fell in love. That was a fun one. That was a real fun one. There was another one where the Everyday Witch was a cougar and she caught up with a younger guy and she was having a good time.
I remember that one.
That was a fun one.
Yeah. And Sylvia's Vision said, Mel, I just subscribed. Saw quickly you did a video for 2020 and we'll watch later. Is there
Okay.
one you can share right now with us for 2022? She's asking you to do a reading for that. And Ack said, I tell people all the time, do what feels right in your spirit. The people will come. If not today or tomorrow, if it's pure and from a good place, people will gravitate to it over time. Patience is a virtue.
Oh.
And the thing
Oh,
is
I needed to hear that. Patience is a virtue, huh? Okay. I'm not good at that, but I'll try.
yeah. Well, that's all you can do. And I think, and that's one thing that sometimes people forget, and I am included in this, is that some people are going to, the video that people need is one that I did 6 months ago that I've forgotten about. Because occasionally I'll get a comment and it's like, oh, wow, I didn't realize that. So it's cool. It's cool. So, oh, Mel's writing something down.
Yeah, I'll forget if I don't. Okay. Just a reminder for me later.
Yeah. Ginger Faye is heading out. Learning that the subscribe all only prevents the most recent ones that you did with this with. I want to support the community, but I don't get all the notifications, unfortunately. Yeah, but and Ange is right. We all view the videos and messages differently, which is beautiful.
Yeah.
Which is sort
Yeah.
of like what we were talking about, Mel, is, you record a video and you keep it private, which is lovely. But if you were to go back and watch it again with in a sense of, I'm just curious what I was saying, not with the editor's eye or anything like that. It's
Yeah.
not like that. It's just where was I when this was going on? And
Yeah.
what's the story? That's something I think we all have to learn. We all have to be nice to ourselves and honor that that's where we were at that time.
Yeah.
So and you don't need their validation. Just have fun. You don't need their validation if you're enjoying yourself. Yep. I mean, and you enjoy yourself when you do. Okay, let me ask you this, and people feel free to comment if you have other questions for Mel. What is it that you most enjoy about making videos? Uh-oh, I've short-circuited her.
I started my channel because I just wanted to connect with people that thought like I did and like the same things I like. And especially with COVID, I don't get out much anymore. I don't keep in touch
Me
with old
neither.
friends anymore. And I
Mhm.
just wanted to connect with people. And that's why I enjoy doing the videos. I hope I'm connecting to someone. And I would like to help someone if I can. So I
Yeah.
think it's storytelling again. That's how I learned the cards. And I think it's a
Mhm.
great way to learn the cards and to learn a lot of the little nuances in all the cards too.
Yes.
Mm.
And I think Silver Scribe is here. Hi, Silver. We're actually not doing we're not doing actual readings per se. We're talking about story time with Mel, and so like and subscribe. Axe said roller coasters come to a stop for new passengers to board and experience it. The same with videos. People board at different times. We all who take time to do videos, you're a blessing to someone somewhere.
Oh, thank you. That's a very nice thing to say. Thank
Yeah,
you.
yeah. And I think and I do videos because I am similar to you. I really like the I really like making connections. I
Mhm.
haven't done a flip through in a while, but it's the connection that we have in the conversation, and I
Mhm.
love I mean, this is a huge gift um, to me, Mel, and I think everybody watching. You've shared something. You've shared your creative writing, and it's beautiful. And I love how a lot of us are now going to be with the new deck. We're actually going to see, instead of doing a interview spread, we're going to be doing okay, what does this story have to tell me?
Mhm.
So it's like really cool. It also tells me the importance that I need to do. I consume a lot of videos. Do you watch a lot of YouTube, Mel?
Yeah.
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 Um, and I think for me, I need to get better at leaving comments on people's channels. And I will do better with that with 2022.
I've
I pro-
learned because I know now how much I appreciate getting a comment and knowing that people are seeing this and how they're with it. So that Now I know, and I comment more when I'm on other people's videos now too, because I know how much I appreciate the comments.
True.
Yeah.
True. Okay, so Ishi has a question. Is Mel able to tell her stories with any deck, or have there been difficult decks?
Yeah, there are some difficult decks for me. I have to be able to connect to the deck. I have to be able to be comfortable with the deck. And I really feel like I need to know that deck.
Okay.
Um, yeah, that's about it. Yeah.
Okay, so let me ask a follow-up question with that, and you can say, I'm not answering that, Gerald. Um, how do you connect with the deck then?
I tell a story. I
Oh,
get that deck's personality from that story.
okay.
Or there's one deck right now I don't even think I would try to tell the story with, and that's the Tarot of the She. I don't know that deck yet, well enough yet. And
Uh-huh.
it's completely kind of like different system than Rider-Waite. So
Right.
I tend to stick with the Rider-Waite's for the stories because I know the Rider-Waite. That's what
Sure.
I learned with.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And that would be an opportunity to really expand and apply your 5 principles for creative writing with the tarot.
Yeah.
Relax and have fun. Majors are pronouns, majors are punctuation, odd number minors are actions and verbs, and even are nouns, adjectives, and adverbs. And
Mhm.
I have to write something down because I want to know what you do with court cards. But there's a couple of things in chat. I'm going to put up thank you, Patrice. I appreciate that. I'm practicing that. Gerald, you are so good at creating connections. I so appreciate you, my friend. Thank you. Um, Gerald's channel is an Oprah or Ellen type of program with connections. I love it with all the content variations. I like that too. Uh,
Yeah. That's
yeah.
a good description. Yeah.
Ack said it's a strength to step out and share pieces of you, hoping to receive uh, and hoping to be received well. It's important for us viewers to take time to say, "I see you and I appreciate what you've shared." Yes,
Yes.
yes, yes. And Deanne said, "Haha!" Again, check out Mel's 7 sins video. But good question, Ishi. It's like, yeah, there's some. Yes, Gerald is the Uptime channel matchmaker. Matchmaker, matchmaker, make me a match. Find me a find, catch me a catch. So, okay, Ack is going back to work. Bye. Joey Luna said, the storyteller archetype really fascinates me. Is that one of your main archetypes, Mel? Do you work with archetypes?
I'm not sure if I understand the question.
Okay. Joey, can you uh, the storyteller there's are you talking the Carolyn Mace archetypes? There's different archetypes which are like major. Okay, Carolyn Mace in her deck and books talks about the ability to experience and express life through stories and symbols.
I don't know who Carolyn Miss is.
Okay, she has written multiple books, and she has a deck. It's the archetype deck, which I have, which is unfortunately not within my reach, or I would pull it out.
Okay.
Um, but so
The
you
only
don't.
archetype deck I have is the Wild Unknown.
Mhm.
I'm sorry. I'm
That's
getting a
okay.
dry throat.
Have a sip. So that's a good question, Joey. I appreciate that. Um, and I'm experiencing tuck box rage as I try to put
You
this.
were asking about the court cards.
Yes, tell me about court cards. What?
Okay, court cards can be like they can kind of be both. They could be a proper noun, like in the king, or maybe the queen, or maybe like but they can also be the noun, like in a page can be a nephew, a page can be a son, a page can be a mailman. The queen can just be the motherly type, or maybe your grandmother. They kind of fall in between, in my opinion.
Okay. Okay.
But I think too, they're oftentimes the like personality type that they're suggesting you need those qualities to be in the situation you're in or to work through your situation. You know what I mean?
Right. Right. And Mel said, Deanne said, Mel, I'll read you the Carolyn Storyteller card tomorrow on my live.
Oh, okay.
So, and I believe
Okay.
that's at 9 a.m. Eastern, right?
Okay.
Blue
If I
Crescent
if I if I oversleep, I will watch the read
playback. Yeah.
thing. Okay.
So the court cards can be proper nouns or punctuation or people
I
or aspects.
I don't see court cards as punctuation. I really see the majors as your punctuation.
Okay.
Um, but court cards are they're like the people in your life. They may not have a proper name, so therefore they're not a proper noun, but they're still a person in your life, so they're a noun.
Mm-hmm.
Um, I don't know how to explain it. It's
No, that
I
makes
sucked at English, okay? I hated it.
yeah,
That's the only thing that got me through all that adverb and
yeah.
sentence construction crap was, oh, I can relate this to my tarot.
Right. Yeah. And that answers Ishi's question, who she came in late. It's like, how did you come up with this method of connection to the cards? And it was because you wanted to pass English.
Yeah.
And
Yeah, I had to pass English. When I
yeah,
went to school, all I wanted was math and science. I didn't see the use of English. So,
okay.
but I had to learn how that all fit together.
Right, right. And I just had the funny thought. Can you imagine? Do you remember diagramming sentences? Does anybody in the chat remember diagramming sentences?
Yeah.
I could totally see that on a big table of diagramming a tarot card sentence. You know, it's just like, oh my gosh, can you see that? If this, then that, and it's like, oh my gosh. So
I liked balancing equations. I did not like balancing sentences.
yeah, yeah. And Ishi said, freaking cool. Use the tools you relate to make your life a success for you.
Yeah.
Yeah. I learned sentence structure from Mad Libs. Oh my gosh. Yes, yes. Well, and it's that use what works for you. It's Atypical Tarot actually he's a science teacher, chemical teacher, chemist, and
Oh,
he relates tarot cards to science.
I
So
was a chemist. I need to look him up. What is it?
yeah,
Atypical?
Atypical Tarot, I believe, right? I think that's good.
Okay.
So okay, Deanne said, yes, I sure do. English major here. Layer if you're bored. Google Old English parsing. I've done that too. Oh yeah, yeah. And and Chris, Elemental Cartomancy, is actually a math tutor and was a
Oh,
math major.
okay.
So, and what the heck? A doodle is a balanced sentence. That's something I've never heard of. Will, Atypical Tarot. Yes. And Ishi, that was a rhetorical question. And Ange said we need to do hashtag Tarot Mad Libs, Gerald. I think we could do that. Mel, would you be willing to either host or come back on my channel and we'll do a Tarot Mad Libs?
Sure.
And
I guess this wasn't so bad. I made it through.
You did. You did.
Yeah. Thank you
Um,
so much for having me.
aw,
When you suggested this topic is when I really got excited because I love doing this.
yeah,
So, but
yeah.
thank you so much for having me. And thank you everyone for coming too.
Oh, you're welcome. And Patrice said you could tell naughty stories using Mad Libs and learn sentence structure at the same time. Love me some of that. Get the time off with that. Ooh. Well, okay. So what we've learned today. Um, well, I'm sorry that you're sick. You can absolutely watch the playback. Mel's channel is in the comment in the description below. So please like and subscribe. Um, yes, Tarot Mad Libs. Good idea, Ange. Mel, you are amazing. I know you were nervous, but I knew you would do great. You did great. You
Thank
did
you,
great.
Ange. I
So,
appreciate that. Thank you.
so like and subscribe to Mel's channel. And I think one of the things that will take away with this is and comment below in the comments about what you're taking away from this conversation if you've watched the playback. But also I love the idea of instead of just doing an interview spread, actually have the deck tell a story
Mhm.
and see what it's going to be like, and the importance of leaving comments on people's channel when I did that. So it's like that's perfect. Okay, here's some more praise. Deanne said, Mel, just have to say, you're reminding me a lot of my great aunt Irene, who I first learned from that cards had meaning. I'm having a moment over here. Aww. That's lovely. So, all right. Well, everyone, thank you very much, Mel, and
Thank you.
looking forward to story time with Mel on Wooly Hermit's YouTube channel. Like and subscribe. Um, oh, and Ange asked, "Are those pirate patches hanging behind you?" Actually, no. This is what I made my coven mates. It is. They are they're moon phases. So these
Oh,
are the 7 moon phases, and because you can't see it. Oh, but this one right there actually also is the full moon rather than the new moon. So and yes, and have conversations. Um, if she said I'll be giving it a go and learning more. So thank you, Joey. Appreciate it. And sometime when you're ready, Joey, let me know. We've got an idea. Joey and I have an idea too. Um, and
yeah, this wasn't so bad. It was actually fun.
well, thank you. You made it fun. And what is coming up on your channel other than the story time with Mel? Anything?
I'm gonna try. I'm gonna try to see about maybe some predictive readings. I'm gonna try doing a little bit more of that. But
Uh-huh.
basically, I'm gonna do what I've been doing, whatever I'm up to doing, whatever I want to do that day.
Keep doing what you're doing. And you even recorded late at night one time when you couldn't sleep. So
Yeah, yeah.
as you were organizing stuff. And so um, tomorrow here on Tarot Stash, I have Roman Biscotti on at 4 p.m. Eastern. We're going to do oracle readings. And then I'll have my live next Monday. What I'm doing for that is still a surprise. And then on January 4th, which is Tuesday, I think that's right, right? January 4th, Tuesday. Um, Tarot Einstein and Rainbow Lady are going to do an I'll Show You Mine, the one where
Oh,
size really does matter.
okay.
And so Regina and I are doing mini decks, pocket-sized
Okay.
decks that we have. So we're showing that. And then at 4 p.m. Eastern on the 4th, I have Ron from Ron Unconditional Love Tarot on for casual. So okay, Ange is off to film her day 27 of hashtag Tarot Vlogmas 2021. So take care, and oh, I love it. And Ange is, come on up, Joey. We love you too. So, all right, everybody. Thank you so very much. Mel, any last words?
Thank you. Thank
Okay.
you, everybody. Thank you, everybody.
Thanks,
I
everybody.
shouldn't have been so afraid.
Ah,